Archan Thep Pongsawadarn, spiritual awakened at early life. Archan Thep was born in a rural village in Khon Kaen province. When he was 7, he stayed with his grandparents in Chaiyaphum province, where witch doctors and sorcerers surrounded him. This piqued his interest in the spiritual practices. His grandfather and uncle were experts in exorcism, and from that point, he had a strong interest in occult magic and began learning magic spells from them. So, he learned occult magic from them at a very early age. His uncle taught him a multitude of wicca and recipes for potions and sacred powder making, which gave him a foundation in these mystical practices. At only 13 years old, he successfully created and empowered his own Kuman Thong effigy. Later, his aunt, a powerful magician and spiritual teacher, further nurtured his knowledge and skills. This combination of early exposure and dedicated mentorship laid the groundwork for Archan Thep's eventual mastery of these arts. After that, his uncle encouraged him to practice Samadhi Bhavana with Luang For Sakti Chayat Wat Sraku. He is renowned for his mastery of Samadhi Bhavana meditation, a powerful meditation technique for cultivating deep concentration and mindfulness, essential for spiritual development. This practice instilled in Archan Thep a profound understanding of the spiritual realm and the delicate balance between the human and spirit worlds. As time passed, Archan Thep continued learning his magical wicca and methods of sorcery and traveled to learn more. He then studied under Luang For Wurupat and was ordained for 2 years, a time of great learning and growth. Luang For Wurupat was a famous Thai Buddhist monk and abbot of Wat Chumpal in Nakhon Sawan province. He was known for his expertise in magic and spiritual practices. Archan Thep embarked on his apprenticeship under his mentor's tutelage and watchful eye. He delved into the intricacies of spirituality amulet creation, immersing himself in the sacred rituals and techniques passed down through generations. As an ordained monk, Archan Thep could also travel to Thudong with his mentor, Luang For Wurupat, and enter Laos. Laos is a neighboring country to Thailand, but its Buddhist tradition influences Theravada Buddhism and Lao culture. During this time, Archan Thep deepened his knowledge of magic and spiritual practices. Archan Thep could have learned about Laotian Buddhist practices and rituals and the unique Laotian perspective on the Dharma. During his pilgrimage, Archan Thep met many masters, received many other wicca, and gained many different magic spells, especially those relating to the control, suppression, or enticement of spirits, ghosts, fairies, and devas. Archan Thep decided to disrobe and leave the monastic life. As an ordained monk, he was bound by the precepts of Buddhism, which prohibited the practice of black magic. However, he freed himself from these restrictions by disrobing and could pursue his interests in dark arts without fear of censure or punishment. He was willing to sacrifice his status and reputation to pursue his goals. Archan Thep's time as a monk may have given him a strong foundation in meditation and other spiritual practices. However, it is also possible that his time as a monk limited his exposure to the outside world and the challenges of everyday life. Disrobing allowed him to develop his personal and interpersonal skills further. After disrobing, Archan Thep returned to his previous life as a layman and integrated his spiritual knowledge and experiences into his daily life. He continued to practice magic and spiritual practices in Siashart, as this was his passion. Later, he continued to practice high necromancy and sorcery as a laymaster. Archan Thep's early life and education were unique. He was surrounded by individuals who possessed exceptional knowledge and abilities. His uncle taught him enchantments, potions, and sacred powder making. At the same time, his aunt's guidance as a powerful magician and spiritual teacher likely deepened his understanding of the spiritual realm. He then began experimenting with making different amulets and charms. He first released his early editions of amulets to his close friends and trusted students. He would then see the results and design his empowerment methods according to the effects observed from the amulets he made. He continued to add empowerment methods until it reached the desired effect and power. Archan Thep became famous as time passed due to the positive feedback from friends and students who had rented and revered his amulets and received his blessings. This has led him to become one of the present era's most preferred masters, whose amulets have attained immense popularity among local devotees and internationally. Over time, Archan Thep amulets were always made in minimal amounts and limited editions. They were handmade using ancient methods without modern machinery or technology. As he became world-renowned, he began to produce more editions of amulets with assistance and more production quantity methods. Most people buy Archan Thep amulets for specific purposes or keep them for collections. They are not expected to be resold, especially once a particular edition is sold out. Most people get positive results from their amulets and never wish to part with them. He is well known for his expertise in using sacred materials to create powerful and effective amulets. Archan Thep is one of the lay masters who produce the most amulets. As a lay master, his amulets are more valuable than those made and released by Buddhist monks or temples. He now owns his samnak, an office or workplace, as a lay sorcerer and high necromancy, making amulets and performing sakyat tattooing. Archan Thep Kuman Thong is well known and popular in Thailand, especially among those seeking wealth, protection, and luck. Archan Thep is a renowned amulet-making expert known for his powerful and effective amulets. His Kuman Thong amulets are said to be created using traditional methods and contain unique ingredients that enhance their spiritual properties. Determined to learn more about Kuman Thongs, Archan Thep sought guidance from experienced practitioners, studied sacred texts and rituals, meticulously pored over ancient scriptures, and observed traditional practices. Creating a Kuman Thong is a complex process, demanding a profound comprehension of spiritual principles. Archan Thep's initial attempts to create Kuman Thong involved meticulous preparation and adherence to traditional methods. He strictly gathered the necessary materials, including sacred herbs, consecrated ingredients, and appropriate effigies. With unwavering focus and dedication, he embarked on the delicate process of imbuing the effigies with lifelike qualities and spiritual essence. Archan Thep's skills matured, and his reputation as a talented Kuman Thong creator grew. His creations, imbued with potent spiritual energy, gained recognition for bringing luck, fortune, and protection to their owners. Archan Thep's Kuman Thong amulets and statues became highly sought after, attracting devotees from all walks of life who sought the blessings and guidance of these revered spirit companions. Archan Thep's approach to creating Kuman Thong is deeply rooted in compassion and respect for the spirit realm. He emphasizes the importance of treating each Kuman Thong with care and reverence, fostering a harmonious relationship between the owner and the spirits. His creations are not merely objects of worship but cherished companions and protectors, offering guidance and support to those seeking their blessings. Archan Thep's endowment as a Kuman Thong creator extends beyond his exceptional craftsmanship. His dedication to preserving and inheriting ancient Thai traditions has ensured the continued veneration of Kuman Thong within Thai culture. Archan Thep is one of Thailand's most respected and sought-after Kuman Thong creators. His creations serve as tangible reminders of the interconnectedness between the physical and spiritual realms, offering a bridge between the human world and the supernatural. One of the most famous stories about Archan Thep Kuman Thong involves a wealthy merchant, who approached Archan Thep seeking an amulet to ensure his continued prosperity. Archan Thep listened intently to the merchant's pleas. After careful consideration, Archan Thep agreed to create an amulet for the merchant, but only if he promised to use it wisely and compassionately. The merchant readily agreed, humbled by Archan Thep's words. Archan Thep set about his task with unwavering dedication, meticulously crafting an amulet that embodied the merchant's aspirations. When the amulet was complete, Archan Thep presented it to the merchant with a solemn reminder of his promise. The merchant reverently wore the amulet, and his business flourished beyond his wildest dreams. But he always remembered Archan Thep's words and used his newfound wealth to help those in need. Archan Thep watched with pride as the merchant transformed his life, knowing his amulet had played a role. Archan Thep continued to create amulets for his devotees, and each one imbued with his wisdom and compassion. His amulets became renowned throughout the land, sought after by those who sought material blessings and spiritual guidance. And Archan Thep, the humble artisan, continued to serve his community, his heart filled with gratitude for the gift of his craft. The story of the man and the amulet reminds us that Archan Thep's amulets are not just objects of power but also tools that can be used for good or evil. It is up to the amulet's owner to decide how it will be used. If they use it wisely and with good intentions, it can bring them great blessings. However, if they use it for evil, it can bring them great harm. Some people believed his amulets were evil and dangerous, while others believed they were powerful tools that could be used for good. Archan Thep said that his amulets are neutral, and it is up to the owner to use them for good or evil. Archan Thep's story is a testament to the power of faith and the importance of using power wisely. Here are the steps on how to make an offering to Archan Thep Kuman Thong. Making offerings to Archan Thep Kuman Thong shows respect and gratitude for the spirit's protection. It is also believed to bring good luck and fortune. Arrange a small table or altar and place an Archan Thep Kuman Thong statue or image on it. It would help if you prepared an offering of food and drinks that Kuman Thong enjoys. Some popular offerings include Fanta red drink, milk and water, food, fruits, rice, and sweets. You can also offer toys or items you think the spirit would like. Place the offering in front of Kuman Thong's image. Make the offering regularly, such as once weekly. Keep the area around the offering clean and tidy. Light the incense and candles. Recite the kata with thanks and gratitude. Thank you, Kuman Thong, for your protection and continued blessings, and ask him to enjoy the offerings. Now let us chant the preliminary prayer. Before chanting to any Thai Buddhist statue or amulet. First, chant 3 times of this initial mantra. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa.
นะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะ
จิเจรุนิจิตตังเจตสิกังรูปังกุมาโรมามะมะเอหิจิตตังปิยังมะมะจิเจรุนิจิตตังเจตสิกังรูปังกุมาโรมามะมะเอหิจิตตังปิยังมะมะจิเจรุนิจิตตังเจตสิกังรูปังกุมาโรมามะมะเอหิจิตตังปิยังมะมะ
Kuman Thong can bring fortune and good luck to the owner. They are not evil spirits, as they have been blessed and accepted a vow by the monks who made them. Their objective is to respect and help their owner, adopted parents. An amulet is a tool that can help your life run smoothly, but only if you have faith in it. Faith is the great miracle worker and the true power behind all amulets. The best thing is to do good deeds. Good luck will eventually come to you. May the spirit of Kuman Thong bless you, surround you with his holy presence, and walk along with you every day of your life. A short introduction of Archan Thep Kuman Thong broadcast. This introduction is loosely translated as follows. Various types of children's dolls, called Luk Thep dolls or Kuman Thong Sai Bao, are used in the Kuman Thong consecration ceremony. Archan Thep Pongsawadarn, who has been consecrating and creating Kuman Thong for more than 10 years, says that the key to making Kuman Thong is the consecration of the Mass, which requires raw materials, soil from 7 cemeteries, 108 types of cemeteries' corpse hair, finely grounded the sacred objects, and the Huwajai Kuman Takrut. According to the textbook, when the consecrated material is complete, it will be placed inside a doll ordered from abroad, according to the shape the believer is interested in. Then, I will add the sacred materials inside the doll's body. After that, I will take the doll with the material to consecrate it again, according to this belief, and call it Kuman Thong. Then it will be over. Another critical step is for believers to choose a Luk Thep doll according to their preferences before the Kuman Thong maker puts sacred characters on the Kuman, similar to horoscopes. According to Archan Thep's beliefs, the Luk Thep doll claims it can make the worshipper succeed in anything he asks for. The owner must diligently make merit and keep the precepts because the more merit made, the more influential the Luk Thep will be.